Hello my gorgeous cuties out there and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to play with the new Sugar High palette from Menagerie Cosmetics. I am so excited to have this, so I want to do some swatches, create a couple of looks, and let you guys know my thoughts on the formula and everything. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty, and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, and I like to do a lot of stuff on like indie brands. So if that's the kind of things you like to watch, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Okay guys, I'm so excited to have this in my hands. I talked about this palette in one of my new makeup releases, and I was telling you guys I was worried that I wasn't going to get my hands on this because Menagerie's products sell out so fast. A lot of people love their stuff, but they're a very small indie brand and there's only 2 people running the show. There's the owner named Samantha and she does this with her husband, so I'm sure it's hard to keep up with the demand, but they come out with such cool products, and I'm so excited that I'm finally going to be able to review one of their palettes, because normally I don't get it till like a lot later, and then already by then there's tons of reviews, and then I feel like it's too late to do a review of my own. So I finally got something when it was new, so I'm going to like create a couple looks, do some swatches and all that with this just to really test it out. But I do also love that Menagerie's products are based on different animals. The owner is very big on animal welfare, and she does a lot of like contributions to animal conservations and charities like that. So I also think that is super amazing. But I'll show you guys up close what the palette looks like. This is $45, and then this is what it looks like inside. Okay, look how beautiful that is. There's a big mirror. There's 12 shades in here. 6 shades are mattes and 6 are like metallics and shimmers. I think that there's some various different formulas in here because I did swatch this palette for Instagram. But isn't this gorgeous? This is so fun, so summery and springy, and just so colorful, and I just love how it looks. Like when they sneak peeked this, I was like, yes, I need this in my life. Now it is currently out of stock, but I'm sure that they will restock this palette. They're very good at letting you know when they're gonna do restocks. So definitely follow Menagerie Cosmetics Instagram page. Usually you get all the updates there, or sign up for their newsletter and they'll send you like info when they're gonna do restocks. So if you're waiting to get your hands on this palette, definitely follow their Instagram or sign up for emails. They did also come out with some other things when they released this. There was like a keychain. They came out with bath whips. I'm assuming that's some kind of like skincare, like shower products. And they also came out with 3 multi-chromes. So I guess they're supposed to be like the ultimate multi-chromes that have a bunch of different shifts. So they sold those as singles. I don't think any of those are in this palette, but they also came out with those as well with this collection. So I think that's everything that I want to go over on this palette. I mean, I don't have a lot of things to say. I really just want to get into it and create some looks and see how the formula is. So I think I'm going to zoom you guys in now and get into look number 1. So let's get into this palette. So I'm going to start off with Snugglebug, this pink shade right here, this pink matte. And I think I want to do more of like a warm pinky yellowy look, which normally is not something I go for often, but hey, let's do something more warm. So I'm going to put Snugglebug all through the crease and use that as my transition shade. So I would say the matte formula in here is more of a buildable formula, but it's very blendable. I'm not having any issues with it. And once you kind of layer it up, you can really get the pigmentation to build up. So that is really good. Now I want to go into the shade called Slice. This fun, like a bright orange shade. I'm going to use the same brush, and I think I want to maybe concentrate that right here. Just bring a little bit of orange right in the front. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just grabbing shades as I go. I usually don't like prep my looks before the video, so I'm just having fun with makeup. So I'm just gonna concentrate that right there. Just get a good amount of orange in the inner portion. So I just cleaned off my brush, and now I'm going to go into the shade called Joey. This kind of somewhat slightly mustardy yellow. And I'm gonna use that over the edge of both of the shades, just to bring even more warmth and a little bit of yellow into the look, and just blend out the edges and get everything looking nice and seamless. And now I'm going to go into the shade called Furry Friends, which is the deepest matte in the palette. I'm going to just use that in the outer corner just to see if I can add a little bit of depth to the look. Oh yeah, it is a little darker than the other mattes, so I'm just gonna concentrate that in the outer corner. I'm not gonna bring it in too far into the crease or anything. I just want it to add just a little bit more depth to this look. Okay, so all of it's looking really good. Now I went and did my lower lash line really quickly, like off camera, but I pretty much mimicked the crease. Like everything I used up here, I used the bottom and just matched everything up. So now I'm gonna go in with some glitter glue from Give Me Glow. This is their glitter primer. I'm just gonna put that all over the lids, because that is what I prefer to do with my shimmers. So I'm just gonna cover everything up here where all the shimmer is going to go. I just love having a tacky base for my metallics. And the first shade that I want to start off with is the shade called Ruby. It's a beautiful red metallic. It looks so creamy, and look how it picks up on the brush. That is such a intense metallic red. Oh wow. Wow, that is so shiny and beautiful. It's hard to find a really good, like, true metallic red that's not more like a satin. I feel like this is pretty metallic and vibrant. That is gorgeous. So I'm just concentrating that on the outer corner closest to the deepest matte, and that's just where I'm gonna keep it at. I'm gonna take the same brush and just clean it off really quickly with a color switch. I'm gonna go into the Pouch Protective. And this is such a beautiful, kind of like grungy yellow, like dingy yellow metallic. Oh yeah, it's like a, kind of like an antique gold, but more yellowy than anything. These are so creamy. You probably don't even need to like wet your brush or have a tacky base for these, because they just pick up so amazing on the brush. So now I want to go into this green shade called Nom Nom. Right here, I just feel like I need a little pop of green in this look. I mean, can you go wrong with a little pop of green? I picked it up on this pencil brush. It picks up very well. Oh yeah, that is such a beautiful inner corner highlight. I love using these kind of shades to just give a pop, but add some interest to the look by having some green right there. Oh yeah, this is so beautiful. So that is it for this look. I'm not gonna use any more shadows, but this came out really nice. It was so easy to use these shadows. So I'm gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my liner, my lippy and everything, and then I will be right back to show you guys the finished look. All right, I'm back, and here is the finished look. I didn't do a lot off camera, but this is so vibrant and beautiful. And normally I don't wear oranges and like these kind of colors on my lids, but I really love this. Maybe I should be wearing orange shadows and stuff more often. But what I did off camera was I went in with the Lethal Cosmetics Amplitude Gel Liner in the waterline. I kept the orange going. And then for my lips, I am wearing this from Propa or Propa Beauty. I'm not totally sure what's the correct pronunciation for their name, but this is the shade Made It, which is a beautiful, more like muted orange. Thought it went perfect with this look. And I also used the Rare Beauty mascara. I used the Huda liner to create a wing, and that is all I did off camera to complete this look. So I'll show you guys one more time up close how it looks. This is just so fun and fiery and stunning, but I think it's a good time to now get into look number 2. So don't mind my eye right here. I just took off the other look and I think I irritated this eye, so hopefully that doesn't bother you. But we're gonna get into these shades up here. I wanna do something maybe a little bit more light, but I just wanna try the other shades out. So I'm gonna take this blue called Sweet Varieties right here, and I'm gonna use that on the outer corner. And this is very light, very pastel, but I mean, that is what's in right now. Like, everyone and their mom was coming out with like a pastel palette. Now this is a little deeper than a pastel shade. Now I wasn't expecting it to be that dark. I was thinking it was gonna be like super light. So that was unexpected, but I'm happy that it's a little darker because I do like a lot of depth in my looks. So I'm happy with that. The pigmentation is beautiful as well. So I'm just concentrating that only on the outer corner. So what I'm noticing from these mattes is they're a little bit more firmly pressed in the pan. There's not really any fallout. There's not really any kickback. but you can definitely build up the shade and it blends really well. So I'm happy with how everything is performing in this palette. So I think now I'm going to go into the shade called Snugglebug. I'm going to use that pink again, and I'm going to concentrate that just in the center. I think I'm just going to go in with like 3 different shades. I want to kind of have like, I'm guessing like more like cotton candy vibes. I feel like that is what's gonna happen with this look, but I'm just using that in the center. Now I want to take the shade called Yogurt Drop, and it's a very like pastel little lavender shade, and I'm gonna use that all in the inner portion. Wow, I'm just really like impressed by how pigment these are like coming off, and they're like building so well. So I finished up the crease. I went and did the lower lash line. I mimicked everything that's up in the upper crease. And I also put down some glitter primer from Give Me Glow. So now I want to get into the shimmers. And I kind of already know what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to start off with Falling with Style. And I did cover the glitter primer on the entire lid. I think I just wanted like a lot of like shimmer all over the lid. So basically it was like doing like a full cut crease with the glitter glue, but oh wow. That shade is so beautiful, and it's like adding a little depth to the look, which I love having deeper like shades on the outer corner. So that is absolutely stunning. Oh my God, these shimmers are so creamy and they pick up so well on a brush. So now I'm gonna go into the shade called Sugary Sweet. This pink magenta, looks like maybe it even has like somewhat of a purple shift. This formula looks a little different from the other ones, but I'm gonna put that right here. Oh no, it's super sparkly. I've seen a lot of these kind of shades like in palettes that have like that magenta to like kind of purple to blue, but ooh, that's beautiful as well. And lastly, I want to get into the shade called Sugar Cube. So I'm going to use that in the inner portion. I think I'm going to also use that as the inner corner highlight. I'm going to use that here. Oh wow, it looks kind of different on the eyes because it looks like really like pastel pink, but I'm getting like a kind of icy bluish hue to it. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if this has a shift or anything, but it's a beautiful light shimmer. Also putting that in the inner corner. Now I'm not sure if it's just like meshing with the Sugary Sweet shadow, but very beautiful, nice little icy kind of shade. All right, so I think that's it for the shadows that I'm gonna use from this palette. Everything is looking really good, and I didn't notice too much shimmer fallout, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my look off camera, and then I will come back and show you guys the final look. All right, I'm back, and here is the completed look. I love how it turned out. Like, the shades, like the combo and everything is super beautiful. The shimmers are just absolutely stunning on this look. But what I did off camera was I went in with the Nabla Dreamy Creamy Liquid Lipstick in my Rose cool tone, mauve kind of plummy shade. And then I went in with the Lethal Cosmetics shade in Reverve. It's a lavender. I went with that in the waterline. I used the Rare Beauty mascara. I also used the Kiss Lash Glue liner. And then I put on the usual Glamlite Chocolate Candy Bar lashes. And that is everything I did off camera. I think this is so pretty. So I think I'm now ready to give you guys like my final like first impressions on this palette and wrap up this video. So we made it to the end of this video, and I definitely have some thoughts on this palette, and all of them are good. I think this palette performed really nicely, and a lot of it was unexpected. Like the shades ended up looking a little darker on the lids than they look in the pan, because overall I thought this palette was going to be very light leaning, and it was going to be overall like more like pastel-y looks. But the shades are a little darker. Like this looks a little darker in the eyes. I thought it was a pastel. It's more like a mid-tone. This had good depth to it. This was able to like deepen the first look up a little bit. And I was just like really impressed with that. The shadows in here, like the mattes, are more firmly pressed. They don't have a lot of kickback. They're easy to blend and put on the eyes. They have good pigmentation, and they're more of a buildable formula, but you can build it up very nicely. And the metallics, OMG, the metallics are beautiful in here. They're super creamy, buttery, intense. They look gorgeous all over the lids. And I think both of my looks came out really fun and nice and beautiful. And I'm just really happy. I think this did a wonderful job, and I'm happy that I picked this up. And I can see now why people really love Menagerie Cosmetics. Both the mattes and shimmers were amazing. You cannot go wrong with this palette. Now, of course, I would like it to go a little darker, but I have a million palettes in my collection that I can easily grab darker shades, and I feel like this will complement a lot of palettes in my collection. So that was my overall thoughts on this palette. I can't wait to play with it more and create more looks and use it with other palettes. But you guys will have to let me know in the comments below. Did you pick up this palette? Did you pass on it? Have you tried Menagerie? I mean, like, what are your overall thoughts? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this video and you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will link the palette below where you can find it. Now, of course, it's sold out right now, so definitely sign up for their newsletter or check out their Instagram and follow them. They usually give updates like whenever they're restocking their products. I will also link other videos of mine you might be interested in watching. I will also link the other makeup that I'm wearing on my face in case you're wondering. And I will also have my contact and my social media platforms. So if you want to check me out on Instagram, I am a Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty over there. And I do a lot of other content there. So definitely check me out on Instagram. I would love for you to join that fam as well. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for hanging out with me, for supporting my channel. I just love you guys all so much. But I just hope you guys are doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.